Been right. They might have disked it up earlier on. Regardless, their hand scoring. We got it figured out. Green flag comes out. 44 car off and running. Wesley Smith going to leave down in the corner. Goes right to the wall and off the banking. Watch the Parker, Colorado runner in the number 3 spot. 88, Dustin Whelan blazing around. Gets a little slide job across the snoot out of the 95 of Chris Andrews. And Andrews trying to march his way up through. Moves into P3 on the field for the 95 car. Brattle up front. Here comes Jerry Coons Jr. down the inside of the 44. Can't quite make it happen. Andrews trying to get him reeled in. And back behind the 71K, Carrick, a big slider out across. Picks off the Colorado runner. Moves into the number 4 spot. Coons still pursues the 44 up front of Wesley Smith. Smith showing the way across for lap number next. And I don't have a lap counter. Just realized it. We'll have to watch the flag man closely tonight. Now the corner they come. Coons has moved up the racetrack. Cross flags are out. 4 in the books, 4 to go. That time by the starter stand. Andrews not able to reel him in. Carrick, however, is reeling into number 3 position. Behind him comes Colwell into number 71. And here comes Carrick down the inside. Andrews scoots up across and gives the opening to the 71K. Carrick goes to P3. Now trying to drive away and run down that battle for the number 1 spot between Jerry Coons Jr. and his 44 Wesley Smith. That lies just ahead. As Andrews off the pace, something broke on a 95. Caution flag coming out. He coasted to a halt down the corner, couldn't make her through the mud to get to the infield, so I have to go out and get him gathered up. So a tough break for the 95. Had a pretty good charge going on, and I'm not sure what let loose on it. So far has been able to hold off the challenges of Jerry Coons Jr. and Coons talking to him. They found an issue with their race car after they left Florida, and he's been very fast out here in the Turnpike Challenge. See how it plays out for him tonight as he's on the gas. Got dirt kicked in his face whenever they left, though, as the 44 was hot to trot. Coons was setting him up maybe down the inside. Here comes Jerry Coons Jr. on the gas. 25 car. Nope, not going to happen. White flag is out. Here's Carrick pestering down in the corner. Colwell right behind. And a big 3-car battle and a little misstep for the 44. Smith gives up 2, maybe 3 spots. Just a slide job, and checkered flag comes out. My goodness gracious. From 1st to 4th in half a track for the 44 Wesley Smith, and he is not going to be happy about that. Jerry Coons Jr. able to get through and pick up the win. Slides down here to the front stretch for his interview. The 44 already headed back to the pits. A look of determination on his face, and with that, we're going to join in with Haley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, driving the Scott Petrie owned Scott Petrie Excavating, Golf Motorsports, Gray Auto, Bolted Spines Design, Speedway Toyota powered Stealth. Your winner of heat race number 1. He's a 32-year veteran of midget car racing. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jerry Coons Jr.
Jerry Coons Jr., an impressive run making that last lap pass. Tell me about it.
Yeah, he was very smooth. Without that yellow, I don't think we had a shot. I mean, he was pretty good. He just made a bobble down there. He made it kind of lap before I got there, just couldn't quite do it. And, you know, I probably just pushed him a little bit. He got in there. I think there's a little rut there. He hooked and just kind of got lucky on that one a little bit. So we'll take it however we can get it.
Jerry Coons Jr., Racing Electronics Heat Race 1 winner.
Several, 1 to go from the officials. And we're going green for DeCamp. Out of turn number 4. 8 laps of distance. Top 40 in passing points to the qualifiers. A little jumbled on the outside road. We get them underway. Emilio on the gas, looking to get down the inside. He's not going to get there before Laser occupies the real estate. Or is he back around the outside of Laser? He'll pick him off down in turn number 3 up front. It's going to be DeCamp showing away. And a great battle taking place back behind. And here comes Logan Seavey. He is a hot knife in the field. His butters hang on to it. No, little tip over. Down at turn number 1 and 2. Just a little too hot to trot down in there for Zeb Wise trying to come from the tail of the field. He skipped into the corner. That thing bit and biked. It made one big hop, and then when it hit, it went back around to the left, and it hit, and he barely tipped over. If he could have held his arm out the right-hand side of that car, he could have kept it from tipping over. It was just like a little dink around. So we get set to go back to green. DeCamp on the throttle. Seavey already on the attack, down the inside on Emilio. Emilio can't hold it off, and look out. Andrew Laser into the back bumper of the number 9H car. And that almost shut that car down. I don't know how he kept it running. And now Seavey got the nose up on that thing. That baby's hunkered back onto the haunches for the 67 car. And I mean to tell you, he is pouring the coal to it, trying to run down the camp up front. Alex, the Esslinger, singing a merry tune out of turn number 4. Seavey, the Toyota, trying to run him down into the corner. They're going to set to duke it out. Watch for Seavey to pull off a big old slide job here. Maybe this next time down, turn number 1 and 2. He's trying to get him set up for it. He'll run her to the bottom. Or not. He's going to follow the tire tracks and hang on for another lap or two. 4 to go. That time by the starter stand. Seavey got to drive out 2. Made a move on the back chute into the number 1 spot. DeCamp trying to come back at him. Not going to happen. Here comes Tucker Klossmeyer now, the defending national champ down the inside. Said, how do you do? Down at turn number 2. Gave him a little wave, a little thumbs up as he pulled up alongside. Klossmeyer trying to power out of the corner. Got a tear off, flinging around on the top of his race car. Showing the air movement. Can't quite get around DeCamp. DeCamp just slippery enough to hang on to the number 2 spot. 3-car breakaway. Klossmeyer off the banking. White flag is out. It's your final trip around. Laser trying to go after Sia Sam a little further back. And DeCamp so far has been every challenge out of Klossmeyer. Seavey's going to pick up the win. DeCamp's going to go second. Klossmeyer goes third. Sia Sam and Andrew Laser rounding out those 5 cars down through. Zeb Wise just outside the top 5. Ryan Bickett and Emilio Hoover, your 8 cars. And POWRi Lucas Oil Midget Heat Race number 2 will join in with Chili and Haley.
Ladies and gentlemen, driving the
it's like a morning radio show.
Curvagajanian Motorsports, Mobile One, JBL Toyota, Speedway Toyota powered, Bullet by Spike, number 67. Out of Sutter, California, give it up for the 21-year-old Logan Seavey.
Logan Seavey, we were talking earlier. You said you want to have a better heat race, making less work for yourself in the qualifier. How's that for according to plan?
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed to do there. You know, just got off to a good start. We got a racetrack that we could race on and pass on tonight. So really happy with the start of our night. Just got to get to the qualifier clean now. Don't have to make too many huge moves like we did last night, and we'll be up front in the future again.
I think he's got the speed to do the deed. Let's give it up for Logan Seavey, your Racing Electronics Heat 2 winner.
Getting down there and digging a hole in the sod and getting things put back together. Well, Christopher Bell's up front on the front row. We kind of know how this is going to go. Maybe. We'll see. Good charge on the outside out of Cole Bodine down in the corner. He's not intimidated. He'll crack the whip on it and not be able to hang with Bell. Down the inside, here comes Alex Bright now. Bright slide job on Bodine for the number 2 spot. Trying to get back to the inside. It's not going to get there. As Bright right up to the cushion. Right rear tire like collapsed down into turn number 1. I know they run a lot of air in them, but man, that's a lot of hit down in the corner for Alex Bright. He'll try to build up some heat in the 56. Needs to keep his tires a-spinning. As Christopher Bell, so smooth out in front. 21 car through the corner. Makes his way around to 42, battling up through. Here comes Hank Davis, started 6th on the field. He's in the number 4 spot, trying to reel in. The number 15 of Bodine lies out ahead. As Bell takes him across the cross flags. 4 in the books, 4 to go that time by. Alex Bright can see him, just can't get to him, nor can Cole Bodine. Running 3rd, and into 42, Hank Davis. So we'll shuffle them on around here a few more times. Fence post formation on the racetrack. There's a battle taking place deeper in the field between the 17E and the 4M of Michelle Decker. Decker's giving him the what for out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway, trying to make a move and get a spot. Maybe she found something in a race car. Started dead last on the field. Edwards can't shrug her off. She'll pester him down into turn number 1 and 2, slide up alongside, and they'll drag race out of that corner and down the back straightaways. The white flag comes out for Bell up front, but man, that's quite the battle taking place. Bell out of turn number 2, uncontested. In P1 on the field. He's going to pick up the checkered flag, put this one into the books. He'll skip to the loo on the front straightaway. Bright goes second. Cole Bodine rounding out the top 3, followed by the 42, the Hank Davis, and Matt Sherrill in the 10 car rounding out the top 5. So that'll put the POWRi Lucas Oil Midget Heat Race number 3 into the books. And we'll join in with Chili and Haley.
Ladies and gentlemen, driving the Keith Kunz Motorsports, Curvagajanian Motorsports, Spectrum Premium, JBL, IWX Transport, Speedway Toyota powered Bullet by Spike, car number 21. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming back home out of Norman, Oklahoma, Christopher Bell, your winner.
Starting off the night on a high note, Christopher Bell, how well is this 21 Spectrum Premium car feeling tonight?
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. The racetrack's a lot different tonight, so I think we're going to be able to get it pretty wide and get right up on the fence. So hopefully it puts on a pretty good show.
Best of luck out there.
Thank you.
Christopher Bell, your Racing Electronics Heat number 3 winner.
She's tweeting at us, and I'll give her a little favorite. Maybe she's watching this. You never know. The McGee's just love racing. It's Max McGee, and we'll be with the All-Stars. comes the green flag. We're underway. Tyler Thomas, his backup car, is fast. Holy smokes. Did he strap a cape on or what? He looks like Superman out there, as does Cannon McIntosh came to play ball here tonight. A little slicey-dicey up through the field. And McIntosh into the number 2 spot, got her on the chip down into the corner. You hear that thing chattering as we're going to bike up one down in the corner. 96 car almost went horribly awry for Cody Brewer. He got her back down, planted on all 4, but almost checked up those last 3 cars. The 5T of Trutzen was able to rocket her way through. She's on the gas, and she's not afraid to stick with it either. Moves into that number 4 spot. Battle's going to be for 5th on the field. The 15 car's got it. Merrill Lamb trying to hold off Cody Brewer. Brewer to the inside. Will challenge down into the corner. And Trutzen was into the wall, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Not bad. Didn't even put tire tracks up on it. Man, that was a close one for the 5T. Throws her back into the clutches of Brewer. Here comes the veteran. Cody down into the corner. High entry, and he's got her figured out. Turn number 1 and 2, gasses his way out of the corner, trying to run down Presley Trutzen. What will be a battle for the number 3 spot, or 4 spot rather. Is up front, Tyler Thomas laying a whooping on him in the 91T. Forget about him. He's across with 2 laps to go, that time by the starter stand. Cannon McIntosh not able to run him down. He's in second all by his lonesome. Behind him goes the 4C of Luke Howard, rounding out those top 3. And Presley Trutzen changing up the line, trying to run down transfer spots. The white flag comes out for Thomas up front. And Tyler looks absolutely positively phenomenal out here in this heat race. He has got himself a high rod. Oh, my. I love that saying. Might as well call him the bus driver. He just took him to school. Holy smokes. BT Machine, Air Group, Mobile One, Engler Machine, all sponsors of the 91T car. He's going to idle around, come back here to victory lane, have a little chat with Haley. For Tyler Thomas, he's got to be feeling good about that one. Cannon McIntosh, beautiful move for him in 08. Started 6th on the field, quickly went to the number 2 spot in about, well, 2 turns of the wheel. So with that, we'll join in with Jim Childers. Childers.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's all right. He calls me Christensen.
Father, Brian Thomas. That car is sponsored by BT Machine, Mobile One, Air Group, and Bell Helmets with Toyota Power and a Spike chassis. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your heat race winner out of Collinsville, Oklahoma, 23-year-old Tyler Thomas.
Tyler Thomas, 2 1/4 seconds faster than the rest of the field here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're not second-guessing your decision to bring out this new car tonight.
Yeah, so far so good. This thing's really rolling really nice tonight. So, you know, we got a bit of a hole going into one. We got to try and figure out to get through better. But other than that, I'm pretty happy.
Let's give it up for your Racing Electronics heat number 4 winner, Tyler Thomas.
To his credit, and to drivewfx.com, Smiley's Toyota number 52. Watch him from the inside of row number 3. Pace picking up. McCarthy on the gas. Green flag is out, and we're underway. And Rosenboom crossover down in turn number 1 and 2. Crisscross. He wanted to get to the inside. Rosenboom goes to the point in the 14X car, and I don't think Ace was ready for that one. McCarthy shuffled back into second on the field. Now the 14E car gets gassing around. Here comes Kyle Jones looking out wide. Look out, a bad push for the 14E. Had the wheel cranked on. That thing didn't want to turn as it was in dump truck mode. Down in turn number 1 and 2. He gets back to the throttle again. We'll see if he's able to settle her down this time. Now he's got her jacked in there. Backs that 14E car around. A little battle taking place back behind the 7M coming off the back row. And that's Chance Morton on the gas. He'll pick off Blake Hahn. Hahn trying to come back to the inside. Morton says, nope, not going to happen. Hangs on to it. He and his brothers, no chance. Big wheelie coming out turn number 2. Hoisted it up and dangled to their nuts. And Chance Morton's got his foot to the back. Meanwhile, Ace McCarthy's slider on the 14X car Rosenboom. He'll pick him off for a spot. There's a 3-car battle back behind and a 3-car battle up front. It's absolutely phenomenal racing, and Ace McCarthy's found his rhythm. Battle is now for the number 2 spot. Rosenboom's got it. 14E car can't get to it. Kyle Jones trying to ramp it off the fence, was out in the ladies' restroom there, digging around, trying to find something to work with. He has tried absolutely everything. And look out, McCarthy off the wall down turn number 1 and 2. That's a tricky trail to tread down at that end of the racetrack. And McCarthy knocked something askew on the front of his race car. White flag is out. One more trip around. He's got to baby that thing. Out of 2 and down the back chute. He's definitely not handling like he was. Here comes checkered flag. We'll put this one into the books for Ace up front. Rosenboom hangs on to the number 2 spot. Jones goes 3rd on the field. And then the 2 brothers, nose to tail, across, rounding out the top 5. Quite the battle taking place. And I believe we need to look around on the racetrack because the 7M car stopped tripping the trigger, and I'm looking at his rear bumper, and I don't see a transponder hanging off of it. Let's join in with Jim Childers and Haley.
Jim Newman owned 2-8 Drilling, Pratt Professional Agriculture, Littleton, Storm and Timber, SR11 Powered Balls. Your winner out of Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Give it up for the 28-year-old driving car number 28, Ace McCarthy.
In a very tricky section of that track, that's where you found your speed and you looked very smooth, but you had to make a big save out there coming out of turn 1. What's going through your mind as you're making that save?
Man, I didn't know about that one. I was just holding on for the ride right there, and we got lucky and landed on all 4 and took back off.
And claimed that win here in Racing Electronics Heat Race number 5.
And I like a little bit of character on my racetrack. That'll put the cream to the top, and that's what we're looking for here. The POWRi Lucas Oil National Midget League as the green flag comes out, and I'm watching a 44S car. Man, that thing lit off. It's down the inside. Brady Bacon, the Macho Man, comes from back in the field into the number 2 spot very quickly with a nice little drive job down into turn number 1 and 2. We'll see if we can run down your race leader up front, Andrew Felker in the 44S car. Felker into cushion hard, down turn number 1 and 2, powers out, Bacon hot on his heels, and here comes Holly Holland, 67K car down the inside now, slide job for the number 3 spot, drives it out across. Chisholm has to go top shelf. Newman's going to get through. Bacon's persisting in that battle for the number 1 spot as well, as we got battles all the way back through the field. Here comes Bacon down the inside, the Macho Man. Picked up the inaugural BC 39 race last year in Indianapolis, and he is on the gas out of turn number 2 to the inside of Felker. Felker smacks him back down. Says, nay, nay, not that corner, not this corner as well. So far, Felker just slippery enough to hang on to the number 1 spot, but Bacon continues to work to the inside. 21H car, a little bit too much nose, and Holly Holland's going to knock him over. Oh, my. Brady Bacon laying on his side. I don't even think the top of the cage is touching the ground as he lays on the tire. He got way sideways down there, just a little too much attitude. Holland was coming through with some heat and clipped the front end. That little pirouette was enough to send him up on his side. So Brady Bacon, tough break down there for the 21H car. Ready to go. So we'll gas him up coming out of the corner halfway through this 6th of 7 heat races. Felker gas it up. Holland's right there. Here we go. Turn number 1 and 2. Bacon trying to come down to the inside. I said maybe 2 cars. Nope. A little slip of the grip. He could have got a 3 for as they were 3 wide out ahead of him. He ran out of daylight. Out of the corner we come. Holly Holland wants that race lead as Holland hot on the throttle down the inside. She had capsized the unit last night. They got that car rebuilt, and she is all over Andrew Felker down into the corner. Now looks down low, trying to get a run off the banking. I believe she's quicker top shelf. She'll dig through, though, however. Felker handed it off to her, rolled out the red carpet, turn number 1 and 2, and Holland said, yep, pleased if I do. She'll bring it out. The white flag, one more trip around for Holland up front. 67K car going to show him the way out of the corner. The lane has changed down turn number 1 and 2. It's moved to the middle of the racetrack, and Holly was one of the first ones to figure that out. Definitely before the announcer. Checkered flag, and there you go. Put that one into the books. Felker goes 2nd. Newman goes 3rd. 35 car round out the top 4. Sterling Kling, Mark Chisholm, Brady Bacon, and Mitchell Davis is how we score out. Heat race number 6. And with that, Holly Holland will make her way down here to the front stretch and chat with Haley again for the 2nd time here at I-44 Riverside Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, driving car number 67K, the Keith Koontz, Kerr Magazinian Motorsports, Sirius XM, Harley Holland Companies, JBL, Speedway Toyota powered, Bullet by Spike chassis. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 17-year-old out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Holly Holland.
Holly Holland turning things around from last night, just like you said you would. How stoked are you with this heat win?
You know, we really needed this after what happened last night. I can't say enough about my guys. This just proves how good they are getting a car put back together for today. I can't thank them enough for everything that they do for me. I was actually kind of nervous whenever they started sealing the track right before we went out, but I think it got rid of the rough stuff, and we seemed to figure it out pretty well. We'll see what we can do in the qualifier.
There you have it, Holly Holland, your Racing Electronics Heat Race 6 winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more.
Oh, my. Set to go, Bryson. 11B car down on the inside of row number 1 to the outside corner. Sarf 21KS. Green flag comes out. Carter quick. Got the old Boss Ripper down into the corner on the inside, protected on the slide job. Little stair step 3 wide back behind it. Here comes a run from the back row out of Zach Dom. Dom thought he was going to force the issue down into the corner. That is a conglomeration of chaos rolling down the front straightaway. The battle through it. Hang on. There goes the 9 car. Slicing up through. Jason Pursley. His elbows up in that bad boy. made quick work of the field. That number 3 spot now is going to try to run down the 11B car. Kaylee Bryson out ahead. Carter Sarf, your race leader. Top 3 have broken away from that 4-car cluster out of turn number 2 as they continue the battle. Dason pedaling for all he's worth, trying to run down. Kaylee Bryson lies just ahead. I thought he was clipping off some distance. That may not be the case. She's pretty quick coming out of the corner. Hustles down into turn number 1 and 2. The laps are dwindling halfway through that time by the starter stand. And Sarf up front, we talked about him capsizing the unit last night. Well, not a lot of damage to it. Less than they were expecting when they got it back to the pit area, so pretty happy about that as they got it back together quickly and early this morning. We're able to focus on the details, and it shows as Carter rips his way out of turn number 4 down a front chute for another lap into the books. 2 laps to go, that time by the starter stand. Dom has come off the back row and is now challenging for the number 4 spot in the 5D car. Big wheelie. Out of Carter coming down the front chute to the white flag. We'll watch. He's going to do it again, this time the checkered flag. That's going to be a photo opportunity for those sitting in the front row of the stands because it is jam-packed, and that's about all the seats that are left. Boom. Put her into the books. Carter Sarf picks out the win. Kaylee Bryson hangs on to the number 2 spot. Nason Persley rounds out your top 3. Your final heat race action here for the POWRi Lucas Oil National Midget League. We're going to join in with Jim Childers and Haley. I'll be back with you here in a little bit. I'm going down to get the lineups and maybe something to eat from concession stand. I can't wait.
Performance parts, Stanton Racing Engines, SR11X Pulse Ripper. Car number 21S, give it up for the 16-year-old Carter Sarf.
Just getting unbuckled from the helmet here. Our driver, I'm getting to know pretty well from his heat race and qualifier wins here the past few nights. Carter Sarf, congratulations on that win here. Now, they reworked the track a little bit. What would you say is now the trickiest part of this track?
For sure, turn 1. There's a pretty big hole through there, and you just got to keep wheel spin up, and you should be able to roll right through it.
Well, it looks like he found the fastest way around this course. Give it up for Carter Sarf, your Racing Electronics Heat Race number 7 winner.
I have his name spelled wrong. Mahako. I have to tell them about that. The end looks like an H when he's on. I'm with him. Green flag comes out, and away we go. Lance Bennett down the inside had a pretty good dig, just got the momentum going down into the corner, and Brady Bacon's going to leave bye-bye down into turn number 3 and 4. Challenge going to be for the number 2 spot. Again, we're taking the top 4 into the back of the B. So on the bump right now is the number 3 car, Mitchell Davis. Davis working the middle of the racetrack. That thing hunkered back and laid the tail tank down like a wheelie bar and shot out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Pretty good forward dig on that bad boy. Not quick through the apex, however. And that's where the gas monkey's going to close on him. No gas. I want to call him the gas man. 20G car battling hard. And here comes a run at the transfer spot. Slide job. No! Yes! Didn't think he was going to pull it off, and Mitchell got out of the throttle. It was enough to get gas on through, and now Gas trying to get off the bump spot. Goes to work on the number 3 and had to crank the wheel. Almost made contact in trouble. Oh, my goodness. The Macho Man, Brady Bacon, shuts down top of turn number 3 and 4. And he was set to put on a clinic, and unfortunately, mechanical failures for the 21H. That was the one that was laying on its side earlier this evening. So a tough break for Brady Bacon. Off-road racing, a lot of different things. So set to go. Bennett up front, going to bring him back to life. He's going to grab some gravity onto the front straightaway and hustle out away from Michelle Decker. No Gas in the number 3 spot. Hot on the heels, a little shot in the shorts for Decker down the corner. And here comes Gas down the inside. Michelle quick. Down into turn number 3, able to hold off Gas, and she looks good. Coming out turn number 4, and Noah's not going to get there. 3H car on the bump spot back behind. That's Mitchell. Here comes another run out of Gas. He's just going to drive her through the apex and do a double slider down into the corner, and Lance Bennett comes back at him, and Gas Monkey is up on the branch and swinging around as he goes by 2 of them, picks up the number 1 spot. And that was a glorious thing down turn number 3 and 4. I didn't get too excited about it because I thought we were going to stack them up, and that was not the case. He had a plan. It was a heck of a plan. The white flag is out. One more trip around for Noah Gas, and he's so fast he just left everybody behind. Decker still holding down the number 2 spot. Mitchell Davis running 3rd. And your 4th is going to be Lance Bennett, transferring out of this C-main event. That was a sweet move. And I wish I'd have paid a little, not more attention to it, but a little more effort on that call on that one. But I didn't think it was going to work. I'm not going to lie to you. How he pulled that off, I have no idea. That was incredible. As we get set to go. Cade Morton down on the inside. Felker to the outside. 44S car. Green flag set to fly as we cut him loose. Felker, first one down into the corner. 10 laps of distance on this one. Here comes Seavey back down to the inside. 67 car, look out, touches tires. He'll touch tail tanks and gas it back up again down the inside. Seavey means business. Klossmeyer with a big crossover slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. Moves into the number 2 spot with some authority down into turn number 3 and 4 up front. It is the 44S of Felker showing away. Side by side back behind. Seavey to the outside now. Big move down, skips it out, and he's got the number 3 spot in the run on Klossmeyer in the 27 car. Comes the call on his teammate. There's a caution flag. Comes out for one around. Andrew Laser, unfortunately, got her jackknife down in turn number 2. Can you jackknife a car? I don't know. We're going to call it that. So Felker up front, 44S got his second to none. Taking a shot at this whole midget thing. Ran a little bit last year. Now joins us this year. Here comes the green flag, and boy, he held him up. Felker had a plan on that one. Kept him out of the corner. Didn't work on Klossmeyer, though. Klossmeyer, good dig coming. Here comes the 08 of McIntosh. Slide job, look out, almost caught up Klossmeyer. They could have touched tires right there, and that would have been bad, 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 but it's not. And right back at him, McIntosh came to play ball. Laid one on Klossmeyer down turn number 1 and 2 and into turn number 3 and 4. And bye-bye, says the 08 car up front. Anna McIntosh works her right up to the rim. Klossmeyer trying to run him back down. Seavey into number 3 spot now. Felker all the way back to 4th on the field. Back behind, good side-by-side battle taking place, and slide jobs out of Marshall. 32 car picking up a spot on Morton in the 8M car. He'll pick him off and move into the number 6 spot. Battle taking place deep in the field. You need those passing points. Every one of them you can get. You're going to be one of the top 16, and that battle back behind is incredible. Laser trying to come to call now and pick up some lost momentum. He lost a couple of spots and put him way behind. Moving into the B mains here in just a little bit. Meanwhile, up front, 08 of Cannon McIntosh has got some serious rhythm going on. Beautiful, smooth run for him, and he's got the spots picked out, hitting the marks and putting it around the racetrack. And it's just 2 laps to go that time by. Klossmeyer cannot run him down. Seavey trails in the number 3 spot. But look at that line. That low entry into turn number 3 and 4, slides out, catches the cushion, works the top portion of the middle of the racetrack is what I'm going to call it. Back behind Klossmeyer, kind of working dead center. Here comes the checkered flag. Put that one into the books. McIntosh. Round of applause from the crowd. Made it look sexy and sweet in the 08 car. Picking up the win at qualifier number 1 of 4. Cannon McIntosh. Might as well buy his t-shirt now. Klossmeyer will finish out second on field. Logan Seavey, Andrew Felker, and Sam Johnson going to be your top 5. And here comes the interview. Join in with Chili.
Ladies and gentlemen, out of Bixby, Oklahoma, give it up for the 08 of Cannon McIntosh.
His ascension to the forefront of midget racing has been sudden, seemingly overnight, and a performance like that solidifies why that is. Congratulations on the qualifier win. How'd you do it?
Yeah, at the start we went real high in 1 and 2, and I didn't know if we could make it work because it's real rough up there, and then it started really hurting us, and we had the yellow, and I kind of regrouped, and my guys on the fence told me to calm down a little. We calmed down, and on the restart we got him.
There you have it. Your Toyota Racing Development Qualifier 1 winner, Cannon McIntosh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So good. The number 21 car down here in his home state. Christopher Bell. Gasses. Looks around the outside. We'll see what he has in store. Starting back on that row, number 2. Colwell down the inside. Look out. Bell off the wall. Contact. Carrick gets through. And oh, my goodness, he's going all the way to the tail. That is the antithesis of what he wanted to do. And he knocked the shoe off of it. Christopher Bell's got trouble. Caution flag may come out on this. He's trying to limp it down the front straightaway, and it does. They'll have to get to work on him and change the left rear tire on it. He got into the wall down in turn number 1 and 2, and when he came down, touched tires, and it knocked that left rear off the number 21 car. And once they get him into proper running order, he will get time into work. We cut him loose. Coming out of the corner, the officials down the infield, gassing it up, and away we go. We're going to see Christopher Bell in one of the B mains. Start down for Kaylee Bryson. She's going to lead the charge. We got him 3 wide back behind. Here comes the run out of Zeb Wise from the tail of the field. Sliced his way up through and picks up the number 6 spot. Working towards the front, or trying to work towards the front. Up front, Bryson's your race leader. 71 to Colwell running into number 2 spot, and then a battle for 3rd. As here comes Tyler Thomas. Still touch tires down into the corner. Trying to gas that thing, and she kept slipping up across. And the 35 got collected on it. Kling battles back down the inside. Tanner Carey keeping him company, 71K. Zeb Wise working to tick lower on the racetrack, and Colwell took a shot. He is all over the place as he snakes his way down the front straightaway. Not exactly sure what's going on with Colwell. But Bryson catching a little breathing room up front in the 11B car. Kaylee takes it to the cross flags. Colwell going to try to hang on to the number 2 spot. Slider out of Carrick to the number 35. Go nose to nose for Sterling Kling. Down into the corners. Caution flag comes out. 1 stop down in the inside of turn number 4. That would have waylaid us for a while. Green flag comes out. Bryson into the corner, keeps her about the middle of the racetrack. Colwell, 71 car. Can't quite get out of the corner like Bryson. She's got a pretty good hot rod at number 1 position. Using it to her advantage. Colwell will pursue coming out of the corner. Here comes Zeb Wise. Move on the number 10 car deep in the field. There's a challenge, maybe not up front. Kaylee Bryson digging and pawing, scratching and clawing onto the front straightaway. The 71 to Colwell, keeping her company. And then you got Tyler Thomas not able to run down the top 2. As I anticipated, there's a slip of the grip. That's going to cost her, and into the corner goes Colwell. 71 car up to the number 1 spot. Bryson right back at him down the inside. Is not going to be able to pick him off. She'll have to settle into P2 on the field. Now Tyler Thomas has got a run coming out of the corner. She needs to be about a half car width lower. As Tyler Thomas was able to draw alongside. White flag comes out up front. Final trip around. Thomas looking for one more spot. And Bryson, and that's not going to happen. Needs a solid run through 3 and 4. Thomas is there, not going to get there quick enough, though. Colwell's going to pick up the win. It's going to be Bryson second. Thomas, and then Zeb Wise almost got around Sterling Kling, but couldn't quite pull it off. He'll finish out 5th on the field, the 39 BC car.
The 5th position.
So from 8th to 5th, not too shabby for 39 BC, but up front it was the 71 of Jesse Colwell. Capitalized on a little misstep out of turn number 2.
Toyota-powered Bullet, ladies and gentlemen, your winner out of Cottonwood, California, Jesse
Colwell, setting your fastest lap time there on the final lap. What clicked for you late in that race?
I just really needed to get by the 11B. She was kind of holding me up a little bit, getting into 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, I was better through the center than she was.
There you have it. Jesse Colwell, your Toyota Racing Development qualifier number 2 winner.
Aha, thank you for the info. Joe, Thanksgiving weekend, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Beautiful, beautiful facility. Keep watching. Well, I'll talk about it later. Comes green flag, and away we go. Good start up front, I'll tell you that. Kyle Jones down into the corner of the hot rod red. Number 14 car right against the wall, and he is gassing it down into the corner. Gives up the number 1 spot. My goodness gracious, that thing is dancing around. It's got happy feet. Oh, not as happy as the car up front. Airborne contact. Chaos. No, almost a dusty debacle in the middle of the racetrack. Everybody able to power out of it, however. Up front, Dason Pursley cowboyed up, got chicken on a chain down at turn number 2, and he was able to get out of it somehow. Goodness gracious. Steps out about 6 or 7 car lengths over Jerry Coons Jr. in a 25 car. Then you got the 40X of Rosenboom rolling along 3rd on the field. Kyle Jones back to 4th, and then you got a 3-car battle taking place back behind. See you, Sam Johnson up there is going to catch a little company down the inside. Here comes McCarthy with a move. The number 28 car slides across the snoot, clips these whiskers down turn number 3 and 4. Right back at him. Look out over. No contact. Aw. Daggone it. Almost kept them all upright. I'm here to tell you, this is the driver's track tonight. You better be willing to get out there, pull your belts tight, roll your shoulders, crack your knuckles, and go to work. I love it. I love it. Tough break for the 7M car, unfortunately. So set to go. I never did get stopped at the concession stand here because they had a big old line, and that's always a good sign. So we get set to go back. Dason Personally up front, going to bring his field to life. Boy, he put his foot to the mat. That thing just kind of hopped too, didn't it? Leapt out in front of Jerry Coons Jr. Coons, the number 25 car, not a stout off the line. Got a pretty good runner, though, in the number 2 spot. Back behind, Blake Hahn taking a pretty good look at Jones in the 14E cars. Cross flags come out. We're halfway through. Going to get hot and heavy. Here comes Hahn down against side of Jones. Jones off his feet. Somebody has got a car running on 3 cylinders. I can hear it. I can hear it, and I believe it's Jones. That's a little weakness. McCarthy's going to capitalize on it down to the inside. He's trying to nurture that thing through the remainder of the race, but he's just going to continue to bleed off positions for the 14E car, Kyle Jones. Tough break for him. He had a pretty good runner. Up front, Dason Personally settled himself down, taking a little lower entrance into turn number 1. And he is able to get through the corner pretty quick. Jerry Coons Jr. keeps him company in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 is where the 9 car really shines. That time went just a tick higher. Not necessarily the same mark every time around. He'll pick that up as a veteran, and that's what Jerry Coons is doing. Hitting the same marks, trying to run him down. It's not going to happen. White flag comes out. Final trip around I-44 Riverside Speedway here in qualifier number 3. And Dason Personally looking to pick up the win, and will do so. And he had to work that thing up across the racetrack. I thought for sure Jerry Coons was going to run down the inside. That's not the case. Coons is going to go second. Rosenboom's going to go third. Then it's Hahn, McCarthy, your top 5. That will do it for qualifier number 3 of 4. We'll join in with Jim Childers and Haley.
Ladies and gentlemen, driving the Keith Coos, Curvagajanian Motorsports, Toyota, Mobile One, Blackbeard, Speedway Toyota powered, Bullet by Spike, car number 9. Ladies and gentlemen, out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma, his first checker flag with the Keith Coons team. Give it up for the 14-year-old Dason Personally.
Just waiting for Dason to get his helmet off here before we grab a quick word with him. There we go. Dason, walk me through that turn 2 there. As the top 4 are getting bunched up, you managed to power your way through unscathed. How'd you keep your cool the rest of that race, even as Jerry Coons is putting the pressure on you?
Yeah, it was very hard since that big old hole was in turn 1 right there. Just a little tricky, and just got to keep calm.
Best of luck out there in the remaining rounds.
All right, thank you.
Your Toyota Racing Development qualifier number 3 winner, Dason Personally.
On the inside of row number 1, Hank Davis, the young gun, the 15-year-old racer to the outside. Not a lot of age on that front row. I'm older than both of them combined. Here comes the green flag, and away we go. And I'm telling you, the 42, Hank Davis is gas man. Down into the corner. He's going to lead the charge down the back straightaway. Battle's going to be back behind. A little slicey-dicey. Down in turn number 3 and 4, Newman trying to make a move down the inside. Ran out of room. Couldn't quite keep that baby hustling as hard as he wanted to. He almost had the number 3 spot, however. Back behind, Alex Bright. Pestering Holly Holland. Holland trying to get some momentum. Gathered up the 67K car. Oklahoma runner here in front of her hometown crowd. Draws alongside and almost got him into a 3-wide battle. Newman slide job down into the corner. Maybe not. Just a driver up to the middle of the racetrack. Grabbed a little traction up there and hustles, trying to run down Alex DeCamp. DeCamp bounces down through turn number 2. In trouble for Holland. She shut down. Got on the biters, I believe, stalled the car or something locked up at the rear end of it. But that baby went full flaps down in turn number 2, and she just skidded to a halt. So not a good sign for a 67K car. Hope we get set to go. Cole Bodine, the number 2 spot. Alex DeCamp, 3rd on the field. Jake Newman. Alex Bright right there as well. A lot of talent. Green flag comes out. Look out, Bodine. A little rough and tumble ride down in turn number 1 and 2. Turns it back to the inside. Gave it up to DeCamp. DeCamp's going to work the cushion. That's a smooth line down through turn number 3 and 4 and onto the front straightaway. Got a pretty good drive. The 84 car might be able to hang tough here with Hank Davis up front. They're both driving away from Bodine and number 15. Bodine spending some time as a crew member with Clausen Marshall. Filled in for Zeb Wise. Now got a full-time ride with Petrie. And at number 15, he's trying to make the most of us. We got 3-car cluster into turn number 1. A little pirouette. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Hogs on Ice down into turn number 1. That'll stack us up there. Holly Holland, unfortunately, got caught up in that as well. Here, got that ironed out. See, I even got a message about the stuffed pretzels at Port. They're awesome. The green flag. We're back underway. 5 laps to go. Apparently, I'm hungry. We'll watch him to camp. Locust Grove, Oklahoma runner, not quite able to make a move on Hank Davis. Davis at number 1 spot. Here comes the challenge out. Alex Bright back behind. Trying to get some points. Newman able to hold him off as he makes these cars wide as possible ahead. And now the 5T car comes in there. Zach Dahm, the Dominator. Trying to make something happen a little lower on the racing surface. You got to go to the middle, though. That seems to be where the grip stripe is. Everybody trying to hang around that general vicinity. So far, it's just kind of elbows up, hammers down, or maybe not. Newman making a move on the 15 of 09. Can't pull it off, and here comes Bright on the attack. Sneak attack down in the corner, ambushed him. We got to slow Hank Davis off the pace. He breaks down in the corner. Tough break for the 42 car. Finished out on the podium last night for Hank Davis in the 42, and he is already up out of the race car. And there might be some leakage and a fear of fire on the 42 as he is out quickly looking at the fuel cell. Now, I will say this. Last night, they knocked the fuel cell loose on the 42 car. If you remember, we saw it flopping around, and so they were doing some work to it. Welded some bungs back on and got that thing attached, but maybe there's something else that's causing some issues on the tail of that car. Way up high for DeCamp. Throttles are on to the front straightaways. He gasses it up down into the corner. Takes him down the back chute. Watching Zach Dahm, the Dominator, down to the inside. Will try her again low, and look out, that's not going to go well. And somehow we get out of it. Shrugged it off. A mid-pack mastication, and everybody continues on. And we didn't really change a whole lot up other than Newman capitalized on it. Here comes Bright, a big slider down into the corner. Checkered flag comes out up front, and that got real ugly real fast. Bodine's going to pick up the win. Newman, Bright, DeCamp, your top 4, and Zach Dahm will finish out 5th on the field, and everybody's going to have a discussion on the back chute. Not happy with Zach Dahm. And Alex Bright coming down through there. My goodness gracious. Let's join in with Jim Childers, see what he has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, driving the Scott Petrie owned Scott Petrie Excavating, Golf Motorsports, Gray Auto, Molded Spine Design, Speedway Toyota Powered Stealth. Your winner out of Rossville, Indiana. Give it up for the 20-year-old Cole Bodine.
Cole Bodine, you've had a rough last couple of days. This qualifier win has to feel pretty good.
Oh, it does. I mean, we've been struggling a little bit. It's finally nice to get a little bit of luck on our side. And, I mean, the guys have been busting their butt, trying to get this card out in. And I finally think we got something we can work with.
He definitely had something he could work with there. Your Toyota Racing Development qualifier number 4 winner, Cole Bodine.
Main event. Again, we're taking the top 3 from the B mains. Top 3 from the B mains. 12 laps the distance. Who's it gonna be? Green flag. Good start through the field. They're gonna rip him down into the corner. Sarf comes down trying to shut the door on Ace McCarthy, and unfortunately he had to bebop up across the racetrack. It'll put McCarthy into the number 1 spot temporarily. Sarf back at him, not gonna get there, and here comes Zeb Wise. Zeb's got her gas down on the inside. 39 BC car onto the bump. Oh, we got one up and over. Caution flag coming out. Red flag, rather. 17 car Blake Edwards up and over down in turn number 1 and 2. And you can see kind of ramped up across the cushion and got into the wall. As we get him flipped back over. So a tough break coming right there. My memory's getting better. I think it's all the water I'm drinking. Green flag, we're back to it. Watching Hank Davis had a play and almost clipped the tire coming out of the corner, and that would have cost him a couple spots. Fortunately, he hangs on to what he's got as he's trying to battle from deep in the field. Remember, he was leading earlier on in his qualifier. His heat racers fortunately broke. We got a challenge for your race lead out turn number 2, at least temporarily, coming down the back straightaway. Carter Sarf was right there. Or no, I'm sorry, not Carter Sarf. That's C.U. Sam, I believe. No, that's Carter Sarf. Got the orange wheel on the back. It looks like Sam Johnson's ride at quick glance. Sarf working at number 2 spot down at turn number 3 and 4. Gave up some distance, about 4 or 5 car lengths, 6 car lengths even. Beyond Ace McCarthy. McCarthy's 2.8 drilling rod. We got another one into the wall. Zeb Wise will back another one in behind him as he got onto the binders. And Noah Gass comes to a halt down in the corner. It worked his way up to the number 7 spot for Noah Gass in the 20G coming out of the C-main event. He says, just push me off. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Taking another shot at running up through. Getting the seat time. That's what it's all about here. These rookie runners. Green flag comes out and away we go. Charge down the inside. McCarthy holds him off. Battle for the number 3 spot. It's a 44 car slid up in there. Wesley Smith trying to get around the 10 of the Mongoose. Mongoose held him off. So got contacted around just ahead of the crowd. Look out. 2 of them hooked up. All righty then. It's like a trailer race. Ace McCarthy not getting a memo here on the caution flag. Who's coming out of there full goose bozo towards the parked car and the officials on the racetrack. And I'm sure he's getting a little shout out from the officials. In next year, 2019-20 season. So here we go. Try again, Ace McCarthy up front. Set to bring the field to life. Watch the Mongoose. Matt Sherrill back behind that number 2 spot. Take her down in turn number 1 and 2's got to run, got a nose up drag race coming out of the corner. Both of them bumping on the throttle. Both of them had to let out of it. A little too much tire spin coming out of the corners. Cross flags come out. Halfway through, 6 down, 6 to go. And now McCarthy starting to drive away. Battle's going to come back out of Hank Davis is 1 out looking in to number 42. Finished on the podium last night. Bad luck tonight as he broke early on. Now is trying to race into a transfer spot with the number 42 cars. He is hot on the heels of Sam Johnson, the 19J car. See you, Sam. Meanwhile, a little further back, Noah Gass is finding a lot of velocity. He's picked off 4 cars from the tail of the field. And here comes the Arrowhead Electric number 20 G car. He is up on the wheel out of turn number 2. And I'm here to tell you, he is under full sail. Down in turn number 3 and 4 to the top shelf. He is unrelenting on his mashing of the throttle and the 20 G car. Wow, is he carrying a lot of speed around the racetrack. Running down those cars that are broken away from him. Now it's kind of settled down just a tick. He'll try to race into that battle for the final transfer. Zeb Wise is running back down for the tail of the field. Hank Davis looking around the outside. Sam Johnson's got it. Everybody wants it. And Davis to the white flag. Picks him off. Here comes Zeb. 2 for down into the corner. Wise, the Clausen Marshall rod. Got them both in turn number 1 and 2. Got a transfer spot. Right back out he comes Sam Johnson. Not going to get there in time. Wise gets the transfer. Wow. That was beautiful out of the 39 BC car. Incredible. Ace McCarthy picks up the win. Matt Sherrill, Zeb Wise with a 2-fer picks up the final transfer to the dance out of B main number 1. You gotta love it. Oh, I love this place. Hopefully it's a little better. Felker was just a little premature acceleration out of him. Happens to the best of us. He's on the throttle again. He wants to go. Green flag comes out. I think we're going to let that one fly. 84 M car, Alex DeCamp down the inside. Look at that 4 wide back behind. And here comes the runner down into the corner. Zach Dobbs, no. I thought it was going to be a slider up across the racetrack. He just kind of drove it out to the middle and powers into the number 2 spot. And that's the Zach Dom I've been waiting on all 3 nights. We have not seen the Dominator looking too good here as he moved back over from New Zealand. But he's definitely got her singing a merry tune right now. Good side-by-side action back behind. Christopher Bell needs to get into a transfer spot. He's almost forgot about him in his B-main event. Not used to seeing him in a non-qualifier, basically, trying to get himself into one of the top 3, and he's got his hands full. Marcham's out ahead. And that 32 car, and Bell goes to the wall, and look out, Chisholm almost got stacked up coming out turn number 2. Powers out of it. 3 cars battling it out. Just bad fast. And Christopher Bell's got to put his thinking cap on if he's going to race in. He'll go out over the banking and work the cushion. And I mean the cushion with both rear tires to get a run and make a move on Marcham down the corner, and Marcham holds him off. Watch Bell's line. All 4 tires up over the cushion. Down turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes a caution. He needs it. Ain't no one else running that line. You're seeing now the Spectra Premium number 21 car right now. His tire tracks, the lone tire tracks to be found out above the cushion down at turn number 1 and 2. Who finds these things, we ask ourselves? Well, very few. So we get set to go here. Green flag comes out. Pretty good start. Watching that final transfer spot. That's where the action is. Marcham trying to get himself into the dance. 32 car looked wide, set it up to go low. And down into the corner, a little slide job. That'll occupy the attention of Morton. And now Bell back behind. Still cannot clear the 84M car. As the 32 goes into a transfer spot. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Bell. Deep drive down the inside. Little driver up across the racetrack. He'll skid her into the cushion and move into P4 on the field. He needs one more. Marcham lies ahead. That's the carrot on the stick for the number 21 of Christopher Bell down the back straightaway. They'll work out of the corner. There'll be 4 to go, this time by the starter stand. Dom's walking the dog on him up front in the 5D car. Second in the hands of Felker. Third is Marsham, and fourth is Bell. Little separation back to the 84M car, Alex DeCamp. As Christopher Bell takes it right to the wall down turn number 3 and 4. He's trying a little bit of everything. Ever so slow, and he's got a setup right there. He just figured it out just as the caution flag is going to come out for Laser. Andrew Laser was up above the cushion himself and unfortunately got sucked in like a snowdrift down at turn number 1 and 2 and turned him around backwards. So set to go back to green, 3 laps. Can Bell get himself into the dance? Here we go. Look out, clip the tire down on the inside for the number 21 car. They got them all clustered together. DeCamp's right back here in the mix, at least temporarily. Top 4, and here comes Bell. The move down into the corner, slider out across the nose. He's got it. Got a transfer, got a ticket. Marsham's got to come back at him, see if he can snag it back away. And Christopher Bell pulls 2 car lengths out, turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. White flag coming out. Bell knows he's on the bump spot, and he is running and gunning now on the number 2 position just ahead. Felker's got it in the 44S. They'll separate out. Checker flag coming out. Zach Dahm up front looking fierce and feisty. Felker goes second, and Bell will be your 3rd transfer coming out. A B-main number 2. Christopher Bell starting in at number 8 spot, able to race into a transfer. That'll do it for our B-mains here for the Midgets.
Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted the best, forget the rest. You got the cars and the driving stars of the POWRi Lucas Oil National Midget League.
We get set to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time to drop the hammer. And that could have went horribly awry. Caught the left front tire there for Kendall McIntosh. He was able to power out of it. It'll drop him back into the number 4 spot. Meanwhile, back behind, I got to bring you abreast of Bell. And Bell has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 cars picked off on lap number 1. Holy hot mama, is he rolling for all he's worth around the outside. 21 car working through the field. He's at the halfway point already. Oh, I know we got to talk about the race lead, but look at him go. Yes, the boot scooting boogie down into turn number 1 and 2 and onto the back straightaway for Bell. He'll cross down the inside. Caldwell falls by the wayside for the number 21 car. That is a man on a mission. Man, he's going to get mired here pretty quickly, though, behind Tanner Carrick's 71K car. Up front, the 25, Jerry Coons Jr., the veteran, leading the charge out of the corner. 27 to Klossmeyer. Just got to move on the 67 of Logan Seavey, last night's feature event winner, moved into the number 2 spot. Top 3 have separated a little bit from P4 on the field. That's McIntosh after he clipped the tire on the initial start of this race down turn number 1 and 2. McIntosh skipping hard down into the corner, falls back into the clutches. Tyler Thomas in the 91T car. Bell looking back through, got to find him. Got into a little faster traffic up front. Next one, Dason Bursley. We'll go down to the number 21's. Look out, almost shot him in the shorts. Carrick comes back at him and occupies the attention of his teammate. Slide job for Carrick on Bell. Bell trying to drop her back to the inside. Nope, falls back a spot. Battles all the way through the field with the exception of the top 3, which have separated out and have got it going full tilt down into turn number 1 and 2 by their lonesome. Quickly into lap traffic here before 2 off along. Now Bell goes to the bottom a little further back in the field. Trying to slice his way up through. Carrick retaliates yet again in the 71K car, and your race leaders just about to lap traffic down the back straightaway. Jerry Coons Jr. still your race leader. Logan Seavey, the 67 car, has moved into the number 2 spot. He has come to call now for P1 on field as they run down Zach Dahm tail. Or the 5T rather, I'm sorry, that is not Zach Dahm. That's Blake Hahn behind the wheel of the 5T. Dropping into the tail of this feature event. Here comes Seavey on Jerry Coons Jr. Coons able to hold him off. Works down into the corner, catch that little rumbly stumbly, and Stevie, good drive, down off, and Logan goes to the number 1 spot yet again. Look out, right in front of your race leader, Coons punches him up. Oh, Ace McCarthy was stalled down the corner, and Jerry Coons Jr. locked up the binders and shot up and center punched the number 28 car. Tire on for size again here tonight. We'll see if he can hang on to it. Klossmeyer, the defending national champ, the POWRi Lucas Oil Series in the number 2 spot. Green flag comes out, and away we go. Bright looking much better in the 56 car. Down the inside, 3 wide for the number 4 spot coming out of the corner. Jake Newman's down low on the racetrack. The 3N car digging through. He's not going to be able to pick off Bright. And Bright's got a run coming out of the corner. That thing's quick. For the number 56 look out, trouble for McIntosh. Collects Bright into Bell. Bell shrugs him off. And Christopher back to the gas again. And that knocked them all back through. It is tricky in turn number 1 and 2 down there. A little bit more moisture laying in. And she's got some texture getting into the corner. The driver's still trying to figure it out. We're still 3 wide back in the field. And Zeb Wise is coming. Wise is coming. 39 BC car got her up on the top shelf. And he is elbows up around the outside. And now down to the inside, the number 35 car on the attack as he's working around on the racing surface. He's up front, your race leader, still Steve. He's got a nice little gap between himself and second and back behind. It is a run from about, let's call it, I don't know, 8th on back. As they're trying to find their way around. Down the back straightaways. I'm looking a little deeper in the field. It is crazy where they're running around here. Lines all over the place as they dart around like squirrels on crack on this little teeny tiny track. Blossmeyer can't hang on to Seavey. Seavey's out in front. We got a yard sale down in turn number 2, and we're going to bring out the caution flag for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars involved, and I'm surprised it took that long. My goodness gracious. It's like everybody had a different line out there. We got a tire blowed off of Rosenboom in the 14X car. So Jody's going to have to go back into puts. He'll have to put him on the hook. And I believe the proof's in the pudding as he's out here in the 91T car sitting on a podium spot as we speak. The green flag comes out. We're back underway, and everybody dodging around again coming out turn number 4. Real crowded, real fast. Down at that end, and here comes Bell around the outside into the number 6 spot as he's able to pick off Dason Bursley. Dason down low on the racetrack. Bell could have get another one. Maybe, maybe not. 08 car, Cannon McIntosh skitters his way down into the corner. Caldwell back behind, caught a lot of that bump that we were talking about. No, into the back of Wales. Wise, it takes him over on the back straightaway. That was a hard roll. Hard roll on the back chute for Zeb Wise.
Zeb Wise, in car number 39 BC.
Was that contact taking place on the back straightaway? Wise was out against the wall, and not exactly sure how that all started. I just know they got into each other, and on Caldwell. How awesome would it be for him to go back-to-back for the former POWRi Lucas Oil national champ? Green flag comes out. We're back underway. Everybody going to the bottom this time. Not quite the scramble we saw down turn number 4 on the exit. We'll shuffle it off. They're working just a tick lower on the racing surface. Into the corner we come, and here comes Bell. Down the inside is going to pick off McIntosh. McIntosh just a touch erratic in a 08 car. He's definitely not afraid of it. He's a gasser. Down the back straightaway, needs to settle down just a little bit, and I think he'd be a tick quicker. Meanwhile, up front, how about that? Tyler Thomas gets around Klossmeyer and into the number 2 spot. As he works it around, he's got something broken on the left front of his car. As that left front tire is kind of dangling and wobbling. And Tyler Thomas is staying on the throttle and just keeping it hoisted up off the earth. Doing a great job in the number 2 spot. It may come back to bite him as now back behind a battle as Christopher Bell moves down the inside, picks off Newman for the number 4 spot. He's 1 spot off a podium for the number 21 car. 8 laps to go here for Seavey up front. Thomas doing a stellar job hanging on to the number 2 spot with the wounded race car as he works down low on the racetrack. Yes, this is down the corner. Klossmeyer still in the number 3 spot. Back behind McIntosh. Duking it out now with Jesse Caldwell to 71. Alex Bray is there. It's a big slide job out across down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes your 3-car battle. Christopher Bell going to try to battle around the number 27 Klossmeyer to the inside. Slide job up across the racetrack for the 21 car. Catch the cushion onto the front chute, and he's got the number 3 spot. Tyler Thomas lies ahead. Still working that wounded 91T car out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Phenomenal job of driving by Tyler Thomas as he compensates. On the 91T, the BT machine ride down to the inside. Christopher Bell hot down in turn number 1 and 2, trying to turn her down and get a run on him. Logan Seavey's already up to lap traffic. Logan Seavey is also out by over 3-second advantage on the rest of the field. As Thomas keeps it down low, protects on the slide job. Bell trying to get a drive to the inside, not there just yet. And that battle continues to persist down to turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. The 91T car holding off the 21 as he slides out to the cushion out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. 2 laps to go. This time by for your race leader, Logan Seavey's all by his lonesome out front. As Bell trying to get a run on the 91T. Thomas Working that sweepy move, and here comes a caution flag for a slow one. Coming out turn number 2, the 10 car comes to a halt, and a tough break for the Mongoose. From the starter stand, we're getting set to go. Green-white checker finish on this. Here we go. Green flag. Bell looking down to the inside. We gas him loose. Watch the top of the field. That's where the action's going to be. Seavey trying to get away from him. He has got a hot rod. Down into the corner. Pulls 5 car lengths into turn number 3 and 4. Onto the front chute. They'll bring it around for lap number next. And Thomas almost got her into the wall on the front straightaway. Bell smells some weakness. Can't get to him. And a number 21 car. As McIntosh looks to be off the pace down the back straightaway. White flag comes out. McIntosh stacking up the field. We're going to try to continue on. He is slow down the front chute. Seavey coming down into turn number 3 and 4 is going to pick up the win and go back-to-back in the Turnpike Challenge. Double checkers for Logan. Tyler Thomas hangs on to the number 2 spot. Bell will go third on the field. The 2 Oklahoma drivers duking it out. McIntosh had one collected down turn number 1 and 2. He was trying to keep himself out of the way. And that is incredible. Everybody's able to get around there. And no caution comes out, but Logan Seavey goes back-to-back at the Turnpike Challenge. You got to love it. We're going to send it up there to Jim Childers and Haley Shanley with Victory Lane interviews.
2 nights in a row, ladies and gentlemen, your back-to-back champion here in the Turnpike Challenge. Logan Seavey, we were talking earlier, you said you just needed to meet your marks tonight. You had a fast car, you did just that, but you did not go about taking it easy in that A-main.
No, like you said, though, the beginning of the night was a lot smoother than last night. Didn't have to work so hard to get up front in the feature. And then once we got up front, this thing was just so good. A couple little mistakes there, bouncing through the holes in one, but, you know, like I said, this car's just so good, and it settled right back down, and we were able to pull back away, or I don't know how close they were, but Al was telling me to get the elbows up, so I imagine they were fairly close. But another really physical racetrack. You know, you're out of breath, bouncing through the holes, and that makes it a lot of fun, just gives it a lot of character. So can't thank this, you know, KKM team enough for giving me the opportunity, and Mobile One and TRD for backing it.
And let's talk about that battle you had going there with teammate Tucker Klossmeyer. How special is that to be able to exchange some good racing with your teammate?
Yeah, it's always fun when you can race your teammates hard like that. Me and Tucker always race hard, and we're always so close. We raced all year last year together, and it's been a lot of fun. And he was definitely making sure I knew he was there. He kept showing me the nose just under yellow, and I knew I just couldn't make mistakes, especially on those first few laps after restarts, and you know, just try to get away smoothly. And after that, just back the pace down a little bit. But like I said, these guys are so fast that you can't slow down too much.
And who do you want to thank for this win?
Definitely, you know, the whole KKM team, Pete and Keith for believing me, and Big Al for tuning this thing all weekend. This thing's been so good 2 nights in a row now, and you know, TRD Mobile One for how much they support me, and you know, believe in me to be here, and you know, it's a dream come true for me to be here. So I just can't thank everybody enough on the crew that works all day and night to make these cars fast.
Congratulations. Let's get loud for your winner, Logan Seavey. Tyler Thomas out here with the new car tonight. Just how special is it for you to be up here in your P2?
It feels really good. You know, after last night, we didn't feel like we were, you know, it was uncharacteristically, you know, for us to, you know, run in the back so much there last night. So we decided to make a change with the car and pull the backup down, and it was obviously the right decision. So we're happy with it. My dad did a really good job setting it up tonight, and this Toyota power plant was really good, and Spike Chassis, Advanced Racing Suspensions, Engler Machine and Tool, all these guys, they help us out a lot, and they put us up front, so thank you guys.
And now you had some expectations on what this track was going to shape up to be considering the weather. Was it what you expected, or did you need to throw out the notes?
I was really surprised at how much it widened it out tonight, so it, you know, from first couple set of hot laps, you know, we knew, you know, it was going to get a lot wider and stay a little bit smoother than last night. And obviously, the turn 1 was pretty technical all night. You know, a lot of guys really struggled through there, and we didn't seem to struggle too bad getting through there. So that, you know, got us a couple positions through the feature. So really good car. You know, had a lot of fun, and hopefully we can keep the run going tomorrow at Port City.
Let's give a big round of applause for your second place finisher, Tyler Thomas. and hometown runner Christopher Bell. Now, you had some issues in the qualifier. Looking at the storyline of your night, this was not an easy third-place finish. How exactly did you get this done?
Yeah, it was tough. Obviously, the beginning of the night didn't go as we planned, but thank you guys for coming out. Hopefully, you enjoyed the show, and you know, the track was really tough. It got pretty rough getting into turn 1 there, so made it interesting, and I know a lot of guys were hanging on through there. So thank you again to the fans for coming out, and hopefully we can put on a good show tomorrow.
And just how fired up are you to reclaim that victory position tomorrow night?
Yeah, I want to win.
There you have it, Christopher Bell. Let's give it up for your top 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause for your top 3 finishers. Christopher Bell in 3rd, Tyler Thomas in 2nd, and for the 2nd night in a row, making it back-to-back wins, Logan CV. Way to go, little Logie.